I'm like freaking out, nervous.
So, we are back with our BRBY series. Today we have Fabiane.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So we'll start by you just sharing your name, where you're from, and what you're about.
Sure. So I'm Fabiane. I'm from, I don't know where I'm from originally. I was born in Livingston, but I lived in Union my whole life practically.
Okay.
And what I'm about?
Yeah.
I'm about love.
That's awesome. So, our BRBYs, we always like to captivate a moment in your life that you feel was a turning point or something that made you who you are today. So, can you share with us your story?
Sure. I think I don't have a moment to share. I think it's more of like a journey that I'm still on.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what I would call it, but maybe I'll call it no fear.
Mm-hmm.
I'll call it no fear because I think that, oh, look at you. I think that I live a lot in fear, like scared and like worried, anxious, like thinking the worst. Like my imagination runs wild, like, and I think I build on things that either I've lived or other people have lived, and then I'm like, well, that's gonna happen again, or oh my god, what if this happens? And then I'm scared to do anything, even this, like scared. So I think I don't have a trigger moment that changed, but it's like a process that I've been going through, that I continue to go through, is like trust in the Lord, because He's in control and not me. So even though I try to control things and try to control the outcome so that I'm not afraid, so that I'm not disappointed, scared, hurt, whatever, it's like, it's cheesy and it's cliche, the whole let go and let God thing, but that's like what I have to tell myself every day.
And what do you think is, what are you fearful of? Can you share of one thing that you're fearful of?
I feel like there's a lot, but I think what other people think of me, and that's so silly and it's so like elementary, I guess, but it's real. It's real, and it's what I struggled with like childhood till now. And sometimes I'm like, it doesn't matter what other people think of me, but at the same time it's like I'm a people pleaser is what I am. So whether it's family, whether it's strangers, I'm like, I just want people to think that I'm nice and that I'm not whatever. So yeah, I think that's
And so what have you done to be able, because you're in a space now where you do a lot.
Yeah.
And so how are you able to do all those things even with that in the back of your mind?
Right. Good question. I think I have to be careful what I take on. So even, that's not necessarily like afraid of what people think of me, but like knowing that I'm doing things that I believe in, that I'm passionate about, that won't go against me. I think it's just more about like being real, right? Being myself. And how do you combat fear? Not being afraid, right? I don't know the answer to that. It's just like a daily doing my best, giving my best, and that has to be enough. Knowing that if I truly feel like that was my best, I gave my best, I was honest, it was pure, then it doesn't matter what someone else will say. That makes sense.
Yeah. So you pretty much just like, you had to reach a point where it was like, I'm doing this because this is what I love.
Yes.
And this is what I believe in. And whether I please anybody else or not, that's not what it's about.
Right.
So it was like a grown-up decision you had to make.
Being a grown-up is not easy. But yeah, and not just in like professional world, even in just relationships and things that I say, things that I do, it's like, what will they think of me? It's so dumb. And it coming to that realization, like, it doesn't matter what they think of me. Some people it does matter, right?
Yeah.
Like, your family, your close friends, people that you have a solid relationship with, that you can trust in their opinion and their words, whether it's of encouragement. It's always encouragement. It should be encouragement.
Yeah.
It matters what they say, but I'm not supposed to live my life based on what other people will think of me, or will say of me, or will.
And from the people who are closest to you, that their opinion matters, it's coming from a place of love.
Right.
Whether correction or an
Right,
opinion,
or
but
exactly.
it's coming from a place that they love you. So
Exactly.
that makes it possible. So tell us about your photography, because I want to know how that happened.
Yes, how it happened is funny. I don't know. That's another thing. Like, I can't pinpoint a specific time, but I always had a digital camera when digital cameras came out, right? I had a white Kodak. I was so excited about it, and I just wanted to take pictures of my friends all the time. And then in high school, I was like, you know what? I really want to do this. I want to be a photographer. And I would tell my family, my parents. I was like, Mom, I want to go to school for photography. And she's like, no, don't do that. You can't really, that's not like a job. That's more like a hobby. And I was like, oh, okay. So I didn't go to school for photography. I went to school for family and child studies and got my degree, was supposed to take like a certification exam, and then I was like, no, I don't want to do this. I want to be a photographer. Even though I loved my degree, I loved it all, and I learned a lot. I sat my mom down and I was like, hey, I'm going to do this. I really want to be a photographer. That's what I want. And she was like, yeah, I told you in high school, no, I'm not going to do that again. You're an adult now. And that was another thing. You see, like, me trying to please even my mom, who I love dearly. It was like, even then I knew it wasn't what I wanted to do, out of respect and understanding that that was her counsel. Like, that's my mom. She's wise. I got to follow what she says all the time. I didn't pursue what I wanted to. And there's moments for that, right?
Yeah.
But I don't regret it. So yeah, and then I opened my business 2014, but was always on the low because of that kind of like, I don't want to be known. I don't want people to know me and see me, so it's like low. But I've been doing weddings since 2011.
Oh wow. But then you got really good, and now everybody shares your stuff.
Oh my gosh. And it's like, that's still something that I'm working on with like, and it's so stupid. It's like thinking about it and talking about it. It's so dumb. It's so like, it's foolish to feel that way. Like, I don't want people to know me or know my work. Why? Because I love to photograph people, and I think it brings value. Like, I love, for example, you. Like, you're so beautiful, and I love capturing that and making you feel beautiful. Every woman that I capture, I want them to feel beautiful. And then at the same time, I don't want to be known. So it's like, what is wrong with you?
It's that struggle.
The struggle.
But the thing is, you're coming into your own,
yes.
right? So I think as the longer you do it, the easier it's going to become.
Yeah.
Because it's going to happen naturally, whether you want or not.
100%. Because like, I'm photographing all these people, and I'm capturing all these lives, and it's like so fulfilling. And I think it's what helped me, even with the anxiety and the fearfulness and the shyness. It's helped me connect with other people and kind of not be shy, kind of be like, okay, I have a tool and I'm going to use it, and I'm going to bring value to other people, and it's going to help me connect with them.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so good.
That part's fun because it's uncomfortable, but it really helps.
Yeah, but it makes a difference.
It does. Like,
even I remember when we did the Her Hope Arises photo shoot, like the 3 we've done, like every time, like the girls are like, oh my goodness, like I feel like the part, you know? And it's the simple, like, you're like, oh my God, you're amazing. Oh my God, you're so great. Yes. Oh yes, give me more. And it's like, oh my goodness, like I could do this, you know? Like, you make women feel good about themselves.
I'm glad. So, I think that's the goal for me.
Yeah. So you're doing it, and it's going to be reciprocated back to you. I know, 100-fold. So that's awesome. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story and the things that make you uncomfortable.
Yes, even this.
But I think that something beautiful is going to come out of it. And I can only imagine how many other people who want to pursue what their heart's desire is, but they're scared because they want to please their parents or follow what they're supposed to do as an American, and instead of just following what their heart is telling them to do and trusting that the means are going to be made so you could sustain yourself.
Exactly.
Right? Because all you do is photography now. So it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay!
Oh my God.
It's good. No worries.
Cut that part out. Oh my gosh, I talk so much. I'm like, what am I even saying? I hope that made sense to somebody.
No, it did. Girl, you were good.